Hello, this is your technology coach, Mr. Fleming, here with a top 10 list of strategies for reducing online academic dishonesty. Now, these strategies are geared for an online assessment like a Google Forms quiz. Here we go. At number 10, we have making the assessment open book. Now, I realize this sounds kind of like a cop-out, and it's definitely not appropriate for higher stakes summative assessments, but it could work for formative assessments, and it's a great strategy for reducing the inclination for students to cheat. At number 9, we have lock down the student device. You can use the focused browsing mode in Hapara to limit the number of browser tabs that your students can have open. Or you could do the same thing by locking your students into the quiz right from within our learning management system, Google Classroom. And you do that by using the new lock mode quizzes. At number 8, we have randomized the question order. Now in Google Forms, this is done in the settings menu. So before you assign your quiz, you would go into the settings menu and choose that option to randomize the questions so they'll appear in a different order for each student. At number 7, we have do not release item feedback. This is also done with an option in the settings of Google Forms. And the reason we want to do this is so that students cannot share that individual item feedback with students who have yet to take your assessment. At number 6, we have do not allow retakes. And this will also help prevent students from colluding or sharing information in order to gain an unfair advantage on your assessment. Number 5, we have give assessments in a specific time window. The reason we want to do this is to prevent students who are absent or students in another section of your class from colluding with students who have already taken the assessment. The way we do this is to use Hapara to push out a link to your assessment, or you could post a link in Google Classroom but then delete it once students have taken the assessment. And number 4, we have clarify policies on cheating. Now this may sound obvious, but you definitely want to be very clear and upfront on your expectations and what constitutes cheating for a particular assignment. Number 3 is to have clear and consistent consequences. Students need to know exactly what will happen if they're caught cheating, and those consequences need to be the same for each student. Number 2 is be a mobile monitor. Students will be much less likely to cheat if they know you're going to be walking around the room and closely observing them while they take their assessment. And at number 1, we have use a more authentic form of assessment. Again, this may sound like a cop-out, but a Google Forms quiz may not be the most appropriate form of assessment. Consider a project where students have to create a product, or some sort of simulation where students have to apply the knowledge that they've learned.